Hello everybody, it's Pam Sterling with the Outrageous Joy Raw Food Adventure here, coming to you from Castle Rock, Washington, the home of my mom and dad. And I'm excited to bring you tonight's dish because this is absolutely one of my favorites and one of those that's an absolute winner no matter who you serve it to. If they're raw, not raw, they love it. And it's my Cashew Cream Sauce. I typically serve it over cucumber noodles, but I'm going to show it tonight three different ways, three different kinds of noodles: cucumber noodles, zucchini noodles, and then we're going to make some fettuccine noodles out of yellow summer squash. So we're going to try this three ways. This is super simple, super delicious. I encourage you to try it because it's fantastic and super easy to make. So here we go. We're just going to do a cup of cashews. You can soak these if you want, but you don't need to. So a cup of cashews. We're going to do 3/4 of a cup of water. We're going to do 1 garlic clove, and I like to just smash this like this, and then that loosens up the little skin on the outside of the garlic, and then we're just going to pull the garlic out of the inside of here. And we're going to throw that in. You can adjust the garlic, but no garlic, and I've had it before without garlic. It just isn't the same, but if you love garlic, put a couple in there. All right, so we're going to put in 1 green onion. Throw that baby right in there. And now we're going to do a tablespoon of organic Dijon mustard. I just get this at the Safeway or the Vons, and it's actually my favorite. So it's an organic Dijon mustard. A tablespoon of that. We're going to add in a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, it's already starting to smell fantastic. Okay, let me just double check. We got a cup of cashews, 3/4 of a cup of water. Oh, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's the one thing we don't want to forget. So with the lemon juice, I just like to give my lemons a little bit of a roll ahead of time. It's like you're juicing them ahead of time. Then we're just going to slice through it. And then I like to put my hand here just so that none of the seeds get down in there. Now, with a high-speed blender, you don't have to be as careful about the seeds because the blender is just going to blend them up with everything else. So, but I'm being careful tonight. So we're just going to do the juice. It's 2 tablespoons, which is about the juice of 1 lemon. So we're just going to throw that all in there. No lemon seeds and lots of good lemon juice. Okay, so we're getting some good liquid in there. Okay, we got our garlic, and then we're just going to put a little salt and pepper. It's about a 1/2 teaspoon freshly ground or Himalayan or Celtic sea salt, and then a little bit of pepper. I like pepper, so I like to put a little extra in there. Okay, so now we're going to put the blender on, or the lid on our blender. And we're just going to whirl it up. And I like to blend it on high speed because you want it really nice and creamy. Now the cashews are going to get creamy because, you know, it's just the way that they blend. They blend really nicely like that, but definitely put it on high speed. So here we go. Okay, now, wow, okay, it almost has the look of an Alfredo sauce when you look at it, and it is just fantastic. So that's all the blending you really need to do, and it's already super creamy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring back our squash here, and we're going to now make our noodles. So there's a couple different ways to make our noodles. The first one is with my favorite little kitchen gadget, which is my julienne peeler. And with the zucchini, you don't even have to peel it. All right, so we're just going to run our julienne peeler through this, and when you run it through, it's going to actually make little noodles. So we're just going to do our little pile of zucchini noodles here. Now, zucchini noodles tend to be a little bit drier, so if you like a kind of a drier noodle, zucchini is the way to go. So zucchini noodles are going to be a little bit drier versus the cucumber noodles, which are going to be a little bit wetter and a little bit more crunchy. So we're just going to do a little stack of zucchini noodles here. When you do the cucumber noodles, you just want to go down through to the center seeds and then turn the cucumber and continue to use the meat part and not the seedy part. Okay, so we're just going to get ourselves some zucchini noodles here. Okay, we have a nice little pile going on there. It's really pretty with the green in there as well. Now, the second kind of noodle we're going to make is with our yellow summer squash. Now with this, I'm going to use just a regular vegetable peeler to give it more of a flat noodle kind of look, or like a fettuccine noodle. So I'm just going to slice through like this and give ourselves some nice flat noodles. And this, again, you can use you don't need to peel it before you do this. And it's kind of nice to get that little yellow edge on there. And we're just making our nice flat noodles with our yellow squash. And it's kind of nice to show this in two different ways, or serve this in two different ways, because you have people who kind of have different tastes for different kinds of noodles. So, all right, so we're just going to pile those on there. Now, when you apply the sauce, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can either put it over the top or mix it together ahead of time. So I'm going to show those two ways as well. So the first thing we're going to do with our summer squash and with our zucchini is we're just going to pour it over the top. So I'm just going to pour the cream sauce right over the top. All right, and then you can see it just gives a really nice cream sauce on top of there. And then with the cucumber noodles, what I'm going to do is go ahead and pour it in and toss them ahead of time, so that this way your guests actually get all the noodles coated already. So there's just a couple of different ways that you can do it. The cucumber noodles tend to be longer and a little bit more pliable, so they kind of are more conducive to this. Now what I like to do with this is just kind of give it a twirl. So when we put it on the plate here, we're going to kind of give it a twirl. Alright, so we have our three different kinds of noodles. We have our zucchini, our yellow squash, and then our cucumber. And we're just going to dress this now with a little bit of parsley and capers. So the capers are the final winning touch. Capers are just a pickled peppercorn, and just add a lot of flavor. There's something that if you really don't like capers, this dish does just fine without them. So we're just going to sprinkle it with capers as well. All right, and trust me, you will love this dish. Cashew cream sauce. We showed it with three different kinds of noodles. We have our zucchini noodles, we have our yellow squash noodles, and we have our cucumber noodles with a little parsley and capers. And enjoy. And I look forward to seeing you next time, but until then, be well.